All right, first of all, I gotta say happy December and welcome back to the channel. Now, if you've seen the title for the video, you know what today's all about. The year's finally coming to an end, the year's finally wrapping up, and Spotify has made sure, just like every year right around this time, to give us all the analytics of all the music we've been listening to throughout the start of the year. So that's what we're about to do. Anyways, let's just go over our Spotify wrap, see what all this is about, and see how they did this year. See if they did better than Apple Music, which I think, it's not too hard to do, but we'll see. All right, there it is. It's time for 2025 wrap. Let's see what we got going on here. They're ready for me. They're ready for me. Okay. So for the year 2025, we listened to 32,120 minutes of music throughout the whole year. I mean, I don't know if this is the most amount of time I spent listening to music. I know there was a chart before that calculated how much you were listening to since you got Spotify up until the most recent date that the rap had dropped. And I don't know if this is I gotta go back, but I don't think this is the most minutes I spent listening to music. But you know what? It's a lot. It's a lot of minutes. And here we have Spotify just gassing you up, saying like, yo, your tastes are so unique. You listen to 253 genres, and I didn't really notice, I guess, but we'll see what they are. All right, my top genres are trap Latino, art pop, urban Latino, indie, and alternative R&B. So those seem to be my top 5 genres, So every time someone comes up to me, is like, what's your favorite genre? I'm gonna have to pull this up because it's not the one I was thinking before. It's gotta be this one now. Spotify knows me better than most people now. Oh, okay, so my listening age is 32 years old. So this means I have the same music taste as a 32-year-old. I think that's what it means. Because I played a lot of music from the late 2000s. So guys, I'm 32 years old when it comes to my music taste. So this is what I was listening to. Mostly 2000s music at the beginning of the year. So this year, I listened to 1,408 songs. What? Okay, but let me guess but can you guess your number one? Oof. I'm not too sure. Again, it could be Spanish. We'll see. Make your pick. Ooh, so we got 3 Weeknd songs in here, and The Weeknd was a big part of this year. I did listen to The Weeknd a lot, and I'm gonna pick Timeless because. So Timeless, yeah, no, that makes sense. I think I listened to Timeless like probably more than 500 times this year. 281 times. That was in preparation for the concert. I was trying to make sure that I got all of Cardi's lines down when. My top songs this year, oh my goodness. Timeless, El Club, Reflections, Laughing. Yeah, I did spend a lot of time listening to that song too. I thought Boquete would have been one of the top ones, higher than El Club at least, but no, I can see El Club. I spent a lot of time, a lot of time listening to that song. A lot of time listening to that song. Then Baptized in Fear for number 5. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, okay, so every year they make a 2025 playlist for all my favorite songs. So add that to my library. Because aside from the top 5, I got to make sure what was number 6, 7, 8, 9, my top 10. You listened to 15 albums this year. I'm not big on listening to albums from front to back, but ever since I started this channel and started breaking down music, I just want to hear the whole project, beginning to end. A lot of times, artists just make albums to make albums, but there are a few artists that approach this in a whole different way. They make it from scratch, and they make sure that it stands out, not just for their discography, but a body of work that can be remembered for a while. So a lot of artists that did that this year, props to you. You know who you are. Keep doing that because we appreciate it so much, all right? My top albums, Hurry Up Tomorrow. I mean, 4,285 minutes, man. I'm not surprised, okay? This was an album that I was really looking forward to, and I know a lot more people were looking forward to this album as well. And if I'm honest with you, the album did not disappoint. The album was good. Was it better than the last 2? I'm gonna be honest, After Hours is still my favorite. I probably listened to this a bit more than I listened to Dawn FM, but overall, I don't think Hurry Up Tomorrow hit as much as After Hours and Dawn FM did in terms of the way the storytelling took place. It almost felt non-existent in this album. Almost felt like this chapter just came and went. But you know what? We're not gonna get into that right now. This is a Spotify wrap, not let's talk about The Weeknd. Okay, so my top 5 albums. Can you guess? Number 1, Hurry Up Tomorrow. Number 2, Debí Tirar Más Fotos, which was also one of the first album breakdowns I did this year and my highest viewed video so far. So thank you to everybody who watched that video and supported me. Let's make sure to keep doing that for next year. Yo, what are you doing? Come on, let's go. We gotta catch up. Gunna, The Last One. Deadbeat by Tame Impala. and Don't Tap the Glass, Tyler the Creator. I think if it wasn't for the fact that Deadbeat dropped almost at the end of the year, I think this would have been way higher on my list, because since it's come out, I haven't stopped listening to it. You know, so far it's looking like almost the same as last year. Okay, but who claimed the top spot as my most listened to artist? That's the question. I was only thinking one thing throughout this whole animation, and I think you might know what that is. So, I mean, I was kind of distracted. I didn't even realize what was going on. But yes, The Weeknd is my top artist with 6,480 minutes spent listening to his music. Guys, The Weeknd is my #1 artist of this year, according to Spotify Wrapped. It makes me a top 0.1 global fan. I don't know what the fuck that means, but cool. So these are my top artists of 2025 right here. One of my favorite artists about to talk to me. Let's see what they're gonna say.
Dianche, a ti también te salió Bad Bunny #1 en el Spotify Rap. Chequéate esto. Él me envió un mensaje para ti.
Familia, hola, espero que estén teniendo unas lindas navidades, que estén disfrutando. Y nada, quiero darle las gracias por haberme escuchado tanto este año. Gracias por conectar con lo que hago. Lo aprecio mucho, lo valoro mucho. Y nada, le mando un abrazo. Gracias.
Bro, it sounds like Bad Bunny recorded that just getting out of bed. Oh, so now we got clubs going on over here. Okay, so but based off this is how I'm gonna determine for 2026 who can fuck with me and who can't. All right. So if you're part of the Cosmic Stereo Club, make sure to tap in, because right now you and me, 2026, we're going forward the same music taste. All right. So my role in this club is scout. You listen to the freshest releases, always pushing your club forward. I'm in great company, guys. 3% of global listeners are in my club. Your club favorites are Metro Boomin, Bonnaroo, Tame Impala, A$AP Rocky, M83, and Lucky. Oh my god, yo. There's gonna be a special video coming up in February, alright? So that's it, guys. Time for our victory lap. And if you're not ready for rap to be over, well, it's over. Wait, there's one more thing. Apparently, one of these. So there's a card they give you at the end of the rap. This one you post on your story, so you can make sure to stun on everybody if you like. I don't know, I usually don't post these, but there's one more thing here before we end off the video. Pulled some of your files just in case. All right, my biggest trap day, Latino Day, was January 13. Damn, bro, they even got like, okay, January 13, morning to late night. Bad Bunny anchored nearly every hour with El Club. And this, guys, was powered by AI, so it made it a little bit easier for Spotify to pull this up then. All right, guys, so this is just like a recap, just file cabinet of the moments that stood out throughout the year. My most energetic day, I want to know that one, October 19. Gonna have to find out what I was doing that day that required this much energy to get through it, but they let Tame Impala turn your playlist into a neon treadmill. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I remember this day. This was a little cool addition to the Spotify Wrapped. I hope they do this every year with little files. It's pretty good just to get an idea of what you were listening to on that day, what kind of boosted those numbers up. And that was it, guys. Rap Party. Now challenge your friends to a real-time listening battle. So far, that was the 2025 Spotify Wrap, my Spotify Wrap. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you liked it or not, and post yours below. Who was your #1 artist and your most listened to album of the year? So guys, this has been it for Spotify Wrap. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, let me know who your most listened to artist was and your most listened to album. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, make sure to hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I post a new video. Plus, I have a new video coming soon for all my bachata listeners, so I'm pretty sure you're gonna like this one. But until then, I'll see you soon. Peace.